In the vast, silent heart of the Peruvian desert, a mystery lies etched into the earth. For thousands of years, these colossal lines have stretched across the barren land, carved by hands no one remembers. They form shapes of astonishing scale and precision: a hummingbird with a wingspan of over 300 feet, a monkey with a spiraling tail, a spider perfectly rendered. These figures are so immense they can only be truly seen from high above, as if they were never meant for human eyes on the ground. So, who were they for? Were they elaborate offerings, messages intended for gods dwelling in the heavens? Or could they be signs left by ancient astronauts, celestial maps guiding visitors from the stars? The true purpose remains one of history's greatest unanswered questions. Join us as we journey into the past to uncover the secrets of this ancient wonder. This is the enduring enigma of the Nazca Lines. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. In the vast emptiness of southern Peru, where the sun burns through eternity and the desert has forgotten the sound of rain, a mystery sleeps beneath the dust. A tapestry of lines, geometric, perfect, eternal. Spirals that twist into infinity, giant birds that seem to soar from the sand, and symbols that speak a language older than time. These are the Nazca Lines, silent, immovable, and utterly incomprehensible. Some call them messages to the gods. Others, landing strips for visitors from the stars. But the truth remains buried beneath centuries of wind and myth. The Nazca Lines remained invisible for nearly 2,000 years. No one walking across the desert could see them. They are too vast, too immense. It wasn't until the 1920s, when the first small aircraft crossed this silent plateau, that the secret was revealed. From above, the shapes emerged like ancient ghosts: a hummingbird stretching hundreds of meters, a monkey curling its long tail, a spider, a condor, a whale, and even a human-like figure waving toward the heavens. The world had stumbled upon one of the greatest puzzles ever drawn upon the face of the earth. Who made them? How could they draw figures so enormous, visible only from the sky, when no one had ever seen the world from that height? The Nazca civilization thrived between 200 BC and 700 AD. They lived where few could survive, in a region with no rain, no rivers, and no mercy. Yet they endured. They mastered the land, building underground aqueducts that still work today. They wove intricate textiles, painted the gods upon clay, and somehow, they turned the desert into their message board to the cosmos. The process was simple, yet brilliant. By removing the dark surface stones, they revealed the lighter earth beneath, a permanent contrast that would resist time itself. 2,000 years later, those lines remain untouched, preserved by the very dryness that once threatened their lives. But why? Why carve hundreds of kilometers of figures into the desert floor? What were they trying to say? For some, the answer lies in faith. The Nazca worshipped gods of fertility, water, and the sky. They believed divine forces controlled every drop of rain, every harvest, every breath of wind. The desert was their altar. The lines, their prayers. Some symbols may represent animals linked to life itself. The hummingbird, a messenger between worlds. The spider, a symbol of rain and fertility. The monkey, a sign of cosmic cycles. Each shape carved as a sacred offering, so that the gods watching from above could see and bless their devotion. Perhaps they weren't drawing for the eyes of humans at all, but for the eyes of heaven. Then came a new theory, bold, controversial, and unforgettable. In 1968, Swiss author Erich von Däniken published Chariots of the Gods. He proposed that the Nazca Lines were not offerings to gods, but signals to visitors from other worlds. According to von Däniken, the Nazca Desert once served as a spaceport. The long, straight lines, landing runways for alien craft, the animal figures, messages or markers for celestial travelers. Skeptics dismissed the idea as fantasy, but millions were captivated. After all, who else but sky beings could truly see these drawings? Who else but gods? Or something like them? Even now, some UFO researchers claim strange magnetic anomalies around certain lines. Could there still be energy beneath the desert? Something ancient, waiting to be awakened? Another theory emerged, less otherworldly, yet equally fascinating. The Nazca Lines might form a celestial map. A German mathematician named Maria Reich dedicated her life to this mystery. She measured every line, every angle, believing they aligned with the stars and solstices. To her, the desert was an open sky observatory, a calendar of the cosmos itself. And indeed, some figures align perfectly with the rising or setting sun during the equinoxes. Maybe, she said, the Nazca didn't just watch the heavens, they spoke to them. Each geoglyph, no matter how massive, is drawn with astonishing precision. Some lines stretch more than 10 kilometers, yet remain perfectly straight. No modern tools, no aerial view, just vision, rope, and will. Some scientists believe they used wooden stakes as reference points and basic geometry to scale their drawings. But others wonder, how could such symmetry exist without advanced mapping? Without seeing the full picture? Were the Nazca simply brilliant engineers, or inheritors of knowledge lost to time? The Nazca people eventually vanished. Droughts came, rivers dried. The gods they worshipped remained silent. As the land died, so did their civilization. But their messages, those sacred carvings, endured. Locals still speak of the desert as living, a place where spirits whisper in the wind. In 2014, activists walked across one of the geoglyphs, damaging it. For the people of Nazca, it was not vandalism, it was sacrilege. They believe the desert remembers, that it watches and waits. In recent years, the desert has begun revealing more secrets. Thanks to drones and AI scanning, researchers have found over 350 new geoglyphs, smaller, hidden beneath layers of dust. Cats, snakes, humanoid figures, even shapes unlike anything seen before. Each discovery brings new questions. Were these symbols part of a single sacred network, or layers of communication spanning generations? For the first time, technology and ancient belief walk side by side, both searching for the same thing: meaning. Maybe the Nazca weren't trying to summon gods, or aliens, or even stars. Maybe they were simply trying to be remembered. Every civilization fears one thing above all: to be forgotten. So they carved their stories not on walls or temples, but into the earth itself, so vast, so eternal, that time itself would have to bow before it. The Nazca Lines may not be messages to the heavens, but messages to the future, to us. In the silence of the Nazca Desert, if you stand still long enough, you can almost hear the wind forming words, echoes of a forgotten faith, dreams of a people who looked at the sky and saw home. Some say the lines are divine, some say they're alien, but maybe they're human. A reminder that long before satellites and telescopes, our ancestors were already speaking to the cosmos, not with machines, but with their hearts. The desert keeps its secrets well, but the lines remain, etched not only into the earth, but into the story of who we are. What do you believe they are? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to subscribe for more mysteries.